Hello! Many of us recognize aloe vera from advertisements. The perfect splitted leaf and the gel coming out of it. This gel is in fact what companies use to make skin ointments or different cosmetic products. But do you know aloe vera is not only a medicinal plant used for cosmetic purposes, but it is also a great air purifier. It removes formaldehyde, that is a pollutant that can be found indoors in our homes because of the use of paints, grease and lubricants. So if you want to grow an aloe vera in your house, this is how you can care for it. Aloe vera has the same requirements as any succulent. It needs well-lit space, it thrives in direct sun. It likes warm weather, tropical weather. About 25 degrees to 40 degrees Celsius is great for this plant, but it cannot tolerate frost. Aloe needs well-draining soil with lots of air pockets for its roots to breathe, because essentially it is a desert plant, a plant that grows in arid areas, so it does not like standing water. It is best to grow this plant in succulent soil mix. Perlite and sand are great supplements to improve the drainage of soil. This is how you can prepare succulent soil. We have talked in depth about it in another video. I hope I'm visible behind this plant. So to fertilize this plant, here I have compost that you can add once in a year. That's all that this plant needs when it comes to fertilizer. Give it a good fertilizer dose once in every spring. This is what I do, and then you can just forget about it. Watering aloe vera can be slightly tricky. Aloe vera is a drought resistant plant, but still it requires regular dose of water. You can water them about once every week or once in 10 days, but be careful. Both underwatering and overwatering can kill your plant. It can cause stress in the plant. Now, if these tips of the plant, of the leaf, are browning, this most likely means that your plant is underwatered. If it looks yellowish, reddish and it looks soggy, then that means you're overwatering the plant. If they're shriveling, then means that you are underwatering the plant. So you have to closely inspect the leaves of your plant to understand what kind of watering situation your plant needs. See, there is no blanket rule on that you should water this plant in 10 days, in 7 days. It totally depends on how hot, how cold, how much sun is not available. It totally depends on what kind of place you're staying in. If the leaves have started to change color, then you should definitely see what might be going wrong there. Ideally for aloe vera, I would say that letting the soil dry between waterings is the best way to water that plant. Now I'm sure I will not be very visible in the frame, but if your plant has overgrown from the pot, you can see that the roots might be coming out, and this is actually a good time to take cuttings out of the plant. Whenever you're propagating this plant, you can take the pups out. Just make sure whatever pup you are going to take for repotting to make more babies out of the plant, it should have a bunch of roots on it. I know that some people also recommend taking a slice of the leaf and putting it in water for rooting. It doesn't work for me ever, because I think the reason is also because aloe vera anyway has a lot of water inside, so it is invitation to root rot if you're putting this in water. It does not work for me. What works is I take out the pup from the side. It should have a bunch of roots, and now you can either place this in water if you want, else all that you have to do is take a pot and plant this in soil. The soil, whichever you're using for potting this plant, should be well draining. Water should not stand inside the pot. I would say aloe vera is quite a hardy plant to grow in Indian conditions, but we still end up killing it sometimes by overwatering. Generally, insects like mealybugs, scales, mites also may appear in a rare situation. In that case, having neem spray helps. You can spray that on the plant. Generally, I would recommend placing this plant in a well-ventilated space. This would reduce the vulnerability of the plant to insects, and you will not have any problems. Also, I want to show this plant specifically here. I brought this in. If you look closely, there are scars on this plant. Now, whenever you decide that you need to fix something with your plant, before you take the decision that it's dying, just closely look what might be killing it. So here actually there's nothing wrong with this plant. The only thing is that it has been physically damaged by the pigeons. Yes, something so simple. It was kept outside, and I think pigeons, I don't know why, but they enjoyed this plant. So all the parts that were damaged on the plant have become scars. Now I have brought it in, so the new leaves that will come out will be completely healthy. Aloe vera is a very easy to grow plant. I highly recommend it for beginners. There are about 300 species of aloe. Most of them have similar requirements. You can grow any. Unlike other succulents, they actually grow very fast and they mature within 3 to 4 years. However, remember that when you're using them for consumption or for your skin, not all of them are safe to be used. Some of the species are also toxic. So before you decide that whatever aloe vera is growing outside your house, is it suitable or not, remember Aloe vera barbadensis is the species that is majorly used for medicinal purposes. I hope this video helps. Do remember to check out our similar videos in the basic gardening series. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you very soon.